Okay, so number 2, getting towards the top now. My number 2 is Room. So it's called Room, not to be mistaken with The Room, which is a completely different film. Room was an incredible film, very emotional, extremely well done, and extremely well acted. A film about a mother and child who live in a room, one room only, after the mother was kidnapped. The child was born in the room and he knows nothing else other than what's in the room, and he knows of nothing of the outside world. I know Jack hasn't seen this one.
I haven't seen it, but the description alone just appeals to me a hell of a lot. I mean, the only reason I haven't seen it is because it's not in our cinema.
That's true.
Odeon.
Yeah. Only now, we sort it out.
Yeah,
I'd watch it again if it was on. So.
Yeah, but that is standalone the only reason I haven't watched this.
Yeah, it's a shame. It is a shame because this is a good one to discuss. It's such a good film. I can't stress enough how good the acting was, especially the child. It turns out since I watched the film, I found out the child actor who plays the 5-year-old is actually 10 years old in real life, which explains a lot because his acting ability is incredible. But main selling point for the film for me is the fact that it's narrated by the 5-year-old child as if he's a 5-year-old child, and it's his opinions and his thoughts on the world and how it is, and from the room and outside of the room when they do eventually escape, and which isn't a spoiler because that is the synopsis of the film and the book. But that's the whole point of it. You see the difference between their life inside the room and then their life outside of the room and how they both adapt to it. And it's very interesting to see how the two of them react once they're out in the real world, after being trapped in there for so many years, especially for a small child who's never known anything different. It was just brilliant. It's about something horrific, but it's surprisingly positive. It had its high moments where I almost wanted to cry with happiness. At times where I almost wanted to cry from sadness, but there's more happiness to it. It's so positively done. I just couldn't. I was just beaming when I came out of the cinema. It was just incredible.
Film where you're almost crying. It's always good.
Yeah, and I would say it doesn't. There's not many films that made me cry in the years, so it shows it's so emotionally powerful. Mm-hmm. Jack, your number 2?
My number 2 didn't quite cut it to number 1, but Star Wars. Awesome film. Came out very late.
Yeah, just about May 2015, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's still on now at the cinema.
It's still on now. Yeah, it's still going. But very strong. Everyone was amazing in it. The Kylo Ren was awesome in it. Absolutely amazing villain. Some thoughts on it that I'm not too sure about for the next one. But I won't give that away just yet.
No, we shouldn't give that away. We'll save that for another video. We'll save that for another video.
But it was an awesome film. I know that it will make your list as well.
It is on my list, so you know where it's going to be. I'm not going to say too much until it comes around to my one. But if you want to carry on with yours, and then I'll just comment on anything you say, then that's fine.
I mean, the droids were the best bit for me.
BB-8.
Yeah.
BB-8, yeah. Love a bit of BB-8.
I don't think... In the old films, they don't bring them in enough. And in this one, they've just shone a light on them, really, haven't they?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Made them have an amazing personality. And I mean, how many times did we laugh at BB-8 and Chewbacca and...
Definitely with you on that one. But yeah, BB-8 was incredible. And like you say, he's like the R2-D2 and C-3PO in the older films were always there, especially in the first 3 episodes, in the newer ones, episode 1, 2 and 3. They weren't really present at all. They were always there, but they weren't important, were they?
No.
And BB-8 he's stolen the hearts of the nation, really. You look at the Disney store, and it's everywhere. I get sent pictures all the time with BB-8 on it, through my WhatsApp and whatever.
T-shirts,
everything.
The merchandise is crazy.
Yeah, he's brilliant for a little droid that doesn't, he's just a piece of metal. He manages to create a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that I did when I came out of that film was had a look at what kind of things BB-8, T-shirts, anything like that.
Merchandise,
yeah, that's it.
Okay, so your number 2 was Star Wars, Force Awakens. My number 1 is Star Wars: The Force Awakens, as I previously gave away. Incredible film. I'm a massive Star Wars fan anyway, and always have been. But this film, I just loved it. I even think for people that haven't seen Star Wars, you should go and see it. It's a family action movie. It's got a bit of everything. I think the best thing they did about it was they just made, or we said about a minute ago about the droids. every single character was just better. Like Ray and Finn, both extremely likable characters. The Kylo Ren was like you said before, was a brilliant villain. I loved everything about him. I loved his voice, the mask, the way he looks. I love the way he's a bit different as well. He's not all powerful. Kylo Ren's a bit more like a Padawan learner. He's still got a long way to go, and I think in the next films he'll really show what he can become and how powerful he can be. Hopefully, I think that the action scenes were brilliant. There's a lot of battle scenes, a lot of fun in there. I also think as well it was a little bit scaled back. Like I think they purposely didn't push it too far so that they couldn't outdo it in the sequels. I don't know if that's been done purposefully or if it was just something I thought, but
yeah, it was a bit tame.
Yeah, it was a bit tame in areas, and I think that's been done purposely so that they have got scope for improvement in the next films, because you can't have the first film of a trilogy being the most action packed and amazing, can you?
No.
But yeah, at the same time, it was full of action. There was, every scene was engaging. I had a grin on my face the entire time when I watched it the first time round, and even I watched it twice at the cinema. Even the second time round, I just loved every minute of it. And
special effects were amazing as well.
Yeah, 100%. Everything. I just can't even say much about it. It's just everything was brilliant. It had a reasonable story, a little bit similar to things we've seen before, but other than that, story was good. It's just more of the characters. The characters really made it for me, and I think Ray and Finn were brilliant. Kylo Ren was brilliant. Having the old guys back again, Luke, Leia, Han Solo, all being in the film again was just brilliant, and they all did well. And it's quite good as well. That it's 30 years on, and they all look 30 years older because it is 30 years later, and it just fit in nicely for me. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, although it missed out on mine.
Yes.
And what it did miss out to was John Wick, as you mentioned before.
Yeah.
I literally can't get enough of this film. I think I've watched it about 15, 16 times now. Yeah. I could probably memorise it off by heart, just lay it out.
I think
scene by scene.
So your number one, John Wick. I think I would. I'd agree with you. Like, it's incredible. I think I've watched it 6 or 7 times, and I just love it. And it is rewatchable. Like it's probably the best value Blu-ray I've ever bought. I've watched it so many times in such a short space.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, John Wick himself within the scene. I mean, like I said to you, I think it'd make an amazing Batman. Maybe not now.
Yeah.
Maybe when he was a bit younger or something like that. But he was absolutely amazing in that. His fighting was immense. I mean, he just took that in his stride, and you could see that he was a hitman, and you knew that he was a hitman. Yeah,
and they made him into this unbeatable thing that was also believable, and he's not completely unbeatable. He's not invincible. He gets injured a lot, doesn't he? He gets hurt. He makes some. Doesn't really make any mistakes as such, but he lets his anger take over at certain points, and then he gets caught out as a result. But obviously, we'll see that when you watch the film. But
very heartwarming as well.
Like his whole motivation, his whole motivation for the whole film, what the whole thing's about, is so unexpected for a film like this, isn't it? Like it's not like a normal Hitman film, is it?
No, but credit to the soundtrack people as well. Amazing songs in that, especially the club scene. I mean, Lead Spirals itself is an awesome song. Yeah,
I suppose something like Hotel Transylvania or something like that, isn't it? I don't know. I've got it on my phone anyway because it's a brilliant song. I've downloaded it. But yeah, have a look at that. Look at that song as well.
It's amazing film.
Anything else you want to add at all?
No, that's about it for John Wick.
So that's it. That's both of our top 5s now. So you've seen probably 7 or 8 different films. I'm not going to add up the maths. We have got some honourable mentions as well for films that did miss out on our list. I had others on there that Jack has mentioned. I'm sure some of Jack's list has been ones that I've mentioned that's not made his top 5. But these are all new ones that we haven't mentioned yet. We're going to take it in turns. So I'll say my first one. Honourable mention to Mockingjay Part 2, which I thought was a brilliant end to the end of the Hunger Games sort of trilogy, although it turned into a quadrilogy. Yours?
I mean, just on the Mockingjay Part 2, I'm not a big fan of Hunger Games. I mean, the first few, yes, but I think it dragged on for a bit long.
Fair?
For me personally.
Yeah.
But for my honourable mentions would be mixing up a little bit here. Sinister 2, very good plot for a really dark, sinister horror movie. So I mean, I love it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Best
Yeah.
horror film I've seen in a long while since the 2. I really liked it. We both watched it together, I think, didn't we? At the cinema.
Yeah, cinema.
Great film. I really loved it. It was actually, in my opinion, actually scary. Like, when the creature comes out in the bits, I was generally jumping from fright as well as just jumps. It wasn't just jump scares, this one I found. Do you know what I mean? It actually had some real scares, didn't it?
It had some real depth in it, which I
Definitely.
liked.
Yeah, characters were great.
Mm.
Okay, my next one, Terminator Genesis. Apparently they're not going to make a trilogy out of this one anymore, so I've heard on the grapevine, because it didn't have enough of popularity, which I am absolutely astounded by, because I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was one of the best. It's probably the second best Terminator film after Terminator 2 for me. Do you think of anything about it?
I mean, I haven't watched it,
I haven't
to be
watched
honest,
it.
but I'm not a big fan.
Not a big fan of Terminator. Oh,
Terminator's
okay.
a good, it's a good plot. I just don't think Arnold is great for it anymore. I mean, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but
he's supremely robotic, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I love it. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say on that one. It's not much to say. It's good. It's got a reasonable plot. Characters, never always the best of characters in Terminator, but the action scenes are brilliant. The whole Terminator thing and the whole twisty plots are always there. So I like that one.
mm-hmm. I know you like this one as well. Spectre,
Yes.
very good film. Especially plane crash. That was an
That
awesome
was quite
scene.
good. That was a good scene. I like the opening scene.
The Day of Death.
Day of
That was
Death. Yeah, it's
amazing.
like a what? It's a continuous. That's a continuous shot as well, actually, for a bit of trivia for you.
Nice.
Love
Love a suit as well.
I love that scene. Yeah, and the skeleton mask, incredible.
Awesome.
But for me, it does make my honorable mentions list as well. It wasn't as good as Skyfall for me. I much prefer Skyfall. It's on a par probably with Casino Royale, I would say. But I don't really like James Bond films in total, so I would say it's second or third best James Bond film for me.
For me, Spectre beats Skyfall, but then again, that's my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. That was yours, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I'm on Avengers: Age of Ultron is on my list. The only Marvel film to make my list or of any kind at all. I thought it was good. It wasn't as good as the first Avengers. Bit of a rehash. I thought like the same, very similar plot, but team of superheroes fights a team of like an army, and no surprise, the way the enemies try to defeat them is by turning them against each other. Basically the same idea as the first one, but it was still good. And it always is. It's a massive spectacle, and the special effects are amazing, and the superhero characters have all been built very well in their own films. So
Again, yet to watch that one. So
yeah, to watch that one.
one I'm looking forward to, though. To be fair, my last one for my mentions is Paranormal Activity. Again, horror. Loving the horrors at the moment.
That's the most recent one.
It's the most recent
Which
one.
I've got no idea. Was it called something like Dimension or something?
Ghost Dimension,
Ghost
yeah.
Dimensions.
And I believe, I've seen one experience with a ghost before.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there. But to me, that seems like what it really, really would be if there was someone haunting or, another dimension or anything like that. Is definitely like someone's had that happen to them and they thought,
Yeah,
let's
put
put
it
that
on screen.
Yeah, that's it.
I haven't seen that one, but I'm a big fan of the whole series. I love all of the Paranormal Activities, except for the marked ones, which I refuse to watch.
Horrible.
Refuse to watch it because it looked terrible, so I'm glad I did. But
Agreed on that.
I really want to watch Paranormal Activity because I agree with you. I haven't seen that one, but on the other films, they always seem to be, for me, they seem real, like a real haunting. It doesn't
They
seem.
do.
It's not like your fake jump. There is some jump scares, but it's not all about your fake jump scares, is it? There's a lot of it there that really just sends your skin crawling.
I mean, yeah, there's, like you said, there's a lot of freaky bits in it where you think, oh my god.
Yeah, if that was me kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And again, throughout the whole thing, throughout the series of them, it's comedy as well that makes it. It's little jokes, just hilarious.
Yeah, because you see like from the family's point of views, don't you, in the films generally?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And it's usually quite nice. They start off quite tame, and you get into the whole rhythm of it, and you start to like the characters, and you start to see what they're like, and you have a few laughs, and then it gets scary, and then you start to feel for the characters more because you like them. So I suppose it's quite a clever way of doing it, really.
Yeah.
Last on my honourable mentions is Mad Max Fury Road, which I absolutely loved. I thought it was a masterpiece. Just would have been in my top 10 easily if I'd have done a top 10, and I just thought it was an incredible film. It was fun from beginning to end. There was action scenes, incredible effects. As always, I love Tom Hardy. He was in it, and he played a good Mad Max. It didn't have the strongest of storylines or the strongest of characters, but that was the general point of it. It was all a big chase. And the whole point of the film was it was all about the spectacle. You're having a big chase. There's a lot going on, and it's just mental. And I just absolutely loved it.
I mean, I've attempted to watch it twice. I watched it twice. The second time I've watched it the whole way through, and I mean, like you said, it's a bit crazy.
It is mental,
and I think it put me off a little bit how crazy it was.
That's fair.
Yeah. It didn't appeal to me as much as I could see where the appeal was coming from, but it wasn't for me. Not for me.
Totally fair. And I can see some people wouldn't like it. I'm a big fan of the Mad Max series, but I don't actually think you need to know or like Mad Max to like this film. You just need to like that type of film.
I got into it very well. Like, I knew what was happening, knew the characters, and knew their part, but it was, like I said,
Just not your thing.
Yeah,
that's fair enough. And if it is your, if it's going to be your thing, I don't even think you can say, like, it's not even like anything else, is it? It's not like, oh, you'll like this if you've seen this, because you just don't know. It's your thing, just give it a try and see if you like it.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
It's a bit weird, definitely a bit weird.
Summing that up in one word, weird.
Yeah. Well, that's the end for our top 5 films of 2015, and also some honorable mentions there as well. I hope you liked it, and please subscribe and look out for more videos in the future. Bye from me.
Bye from me.